I must say, I'm surprised that you were so willing to welcome a stranger like me. But now that I've seen this calming place, I understand. We can talk here without interruption. You may be wondering why one of your enemies from the Battle of Jietsao has come to see you. I cannot blame you for being cautious. I visited you today because I'm interested in your way of life. Will you trust me even if I give you such a vague reason? You're much more honest than I expected. Then allow me to open my heart to you. When I saw you on the battlefield, I found the way that you fought most fascinating. My eyes were ceaselessly drawn to you. At the time, I could not understand why. It was only later that I found the answer within myself. I realized that you represent my ideal. I understand, but please, allow me some more time to explain. I haven't been able to keep you out of my mind since that battle. And what's more, I have heard talk that you kneel before no leader. Forget General Gongsun-san, you are not even in the service of Liu Bei. You were merely a guest of theirs. The revelation was such a shock that I was forced to reflect on my own life. You stand on the battlefield of your own volition. No, it is you who underestimates your own value. I believe that all paths in my life will lead me to the field of battle. For it is there that I can express my ability to its fullest potential, snatching victory from the jaws of a brutal struggle. It is when close to death that I feel the certainty of life. I have no hesitation in this way of life. However, I had never considered the choice of not following someone else. Oh, how narrow-minded I have been. I don't think I can go on fighting much longer, now that I know. Is that what you think? You are a very fascinating person indeed. If you have no objections, I would like to get to know you better. Let us spend the night discussing our philosophies on aesthetics. Interesting. To initiate such a plan under those conditions. Your keen insight never ceases to amaze me. You are far too humble. You should take more pride in your strategic acumen. Having an accurate perception of your own abilities is very important, especially knowing what happens when you attempt feats beyond them. I am sure you are aware that I am in the service of Lord Yuan Shao. He has of late come to be called the most powerful leader in the land. In the past, he has followed a typical path to power, achieving victories reliably through acquiring more resources than his enemies. But now, it's as if he is trying to become greater than the sum of his abilities. Perhaps he feels the urgent need to stand taller than his rivals. To pick fruit higher up the tree of war, he does not use a ladder, but has begun the construction of a tower of great height and dubious stability. As someone in his service, I find this situation most vexing. Certainly you can understand my misgivings. Yes. He has managed to use his family name to intimidate rivals and consolidate his victories. But it cannot last much longer. A victory gained without wisdom and strength can be easily taken away. Because war is the great clash of human potential, and the ephemeral spark of that moment in history is what captures the hearts of men. I suppose I could. That's some advice I would never hear from my comrades. At any rate, speaking with you has lifted my spirits. It is always a pleasure, even if the subject matter is not. If, perchance, my ideal battlefield did exist somewhere in this world, I believe that it might be next to you. Would you welcome such an event? I am happy to hear it. When that day comes, please make a place for me closer to you. I can see that you mean what you say. But for now, let us keep the proper distance from each other, as servants of different masters. One day, on the battlefield of my dreams, we will stand together as allies. Until that day. The Yuan clan has fallen. It is just as I said when we first met. Was that a compliment? Do not waste such kindness on me. I am a cold-hearted man. The place I once called home before I abandoned it is now but a memory. And yet, I do not shed a single tear. The Yuan clan fought bravely to the last at Mount Bailong. By enlisting the Huan, they even gave up their pride to survive. It was the kind of battle I wanted to see from them. They fought with the full force of their wisdom and might. I could hardly believe it was them, the way they stood against the odds, giving themselves completely to the cause of survival. I am even tempted to think that their fate would have been different if I had been there with them to fight to the bitter end. No, that would be unfair to everyone. I have made my choice. I live for nothing but the thrill of battle. I have no interest in why the fighting began or for what cause. For this reason, I will feel at home as long as I can be on the front lines serving Lord Cao Cao. Besides, I will be fighting by your side on countless battlefields for the foreseeable future. I have made the choice to come here based on my ideals. And the pride I feel in my decision will never turn into sadness and regret. I want you to feel the same way. Is that too selfish? You do. I don't think I've ever seen a sky so beautiful. Even things you have seen many times look different when your heart is clear. It's gotten cold. I'd like to warm myself up in your room tonight as well. I'm counting on you.